So today we are going to discuss a new chapter. The chapter name is what? Light. Okay. So today our new chapter, the chapter name is what? Light. The word light is very familiar to us. Okay. We are often using this word. What is light? Okay. So we all know what is light. If we go to ask any person, suppose there is any old person who has not been so much educated, and if there is any very small young boy, if you ask him, is there any light, then he will understand that you are saying about what thing. Okay, you are saying about the what thing, that there is the light word is very much familiar to all of us. Okay, so light word is very much familiar to all of us, but what is the difference is what there are some criteria and there are some properties are related with the light, just because of what that property makes light so much interesting and very much different from the another thing. Suppose we have water, we have mountain, we have trees, we have many things in the earth, but the light is a different thing. Okay, so light is that thing. Just because of that light you can see or you can distinguish that things, that this is the water, this is the mountain, this is the person, this is the animal, this is the elephant, this is the vehicle. Okay, these all we can see just because of light. Okay, so light plays very important role in our day-to-day life. We can not be able to see any object, we cannot be able to see any object if there is not light. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the light. Okay, so before studying that, the first property, this is what? Rectilinear propagation of light. First property is what? Rectilinear propagation. Rectilinear propagation of light. This is rectilinear propagation of light. Okay, so for this property, this is what? Rectilinear propagation of light. For this property, what? The property of light of traveling in a straight line. See, light can travel in a straight line from A to B. Suppose light is traveling, it can travel in a straight line. It is not traveling like that. It is not traveling like that. It always travel in a straight line, and this property is called rectilinear propagation of light. That means the property of which the light can travel in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. Okay, this is the first property. Secondly, we are going to learn another property, which is reflection of light. Next, we have to understand reflection of light. See, reflection of light. Okay, this is what? Reflection of light. So what happens? The bouncing of light from a surface is called reflection. To understand this sentence, I am going to give a figure and I am going to explain from the figure. Suppose light is traveling like that. Light is traveling from this source like that. Okay. Suppose you have given a surface. Say you have given a plane mirror. Say you have given a plane mirror. You have given plane mirror. Then what will happen? The light will bounce. That means they will change the direction. They will change the direction and go back to the source direction. And this property is called reflection of light. Okay. This property is called what? Reflection of light. Okay. So this is the reflection of light, and there are two types of reflection. One is regular reflection. One is regular reflection. What is regular reflection? When the surface is plane, the surface where the light is reflected, if the surface is plane, this is called regular reflection. And if the surface is not plane, suppose the surface is like that, the surface is rough surface. Suppose it is a rough surface, and this time it will be called irregular reflection. This time it will be called what? Irregular reflection. So there are two types of reflection: regular reflection and irregular reflection. Okay. So next we have what? Image formation by a plane mirror. You know about this image. So the image is what? The representation that we see in a mirror. Suppose, to understand this, I am going to give Very common example. See, image formation by plane. Suppose you have given, so there is an object. So there is a person. So he is standing behind there. A person is there, okay? If he see himself in a mirror, then you will see him like that. Okay? So this is the person. Suppose this is you. And you are in front of the mirror. And this is you, and you are looking at the mirror. This is the mirror. Okay? And that mirror you will be seen. You can see yourself in the mirror, and this will be considered as a what? This will be considered as a image. Okay? So image is what? This is what? The representation that we see in a mirror. That if you are standing here and you see yourself in the mirror, and this representation will be considered as a what? Image. Okay? So there are two types of image. One is real image. And one is virtual image. Okay. So real image is what? The image which can be formed on a screen and which can be found by intersecting of lights by itself. Then this is called real image. And the image which cannot be formed on a screen, you cannot form the image on the screen, and which cannot be found by the own intersection of the light, then this can be considered as a what? Virtual image. Okay. So now we are going to learn about mirrors. Okay. See, there are two types of mirror. Mirrors are there. One is plane mirror and one is spherical mirror. One is plane mirror and one is spherical mirror. So spherical mirror has been classified into two parts. One is concave and one is convex. So one is concave mirror and one is convex mirror. Okay, they are classified into two parts. So concave mirror, which reflecting surface curved outwards. See, this is the reflecting surface, na? And this is curved outwards because it is curved like that, na? This will be considered as a what? Concave mirror. So which outside of the spherical mirror, one side is the outside of the concave mirror. So this is called concave mirror. And the convex mirror, this is like that. You can clearly see that the curve is turned to the inside. The curve is in the inside. So it is inside. The curve is inside, and here the curve is outside. So this is called convex mirror, and this is called concave mirror. Okay. So now we are going to learn about some parts which can be found in mirror. Okay. The first part is what? It is a concave mirror. Okay. It is a concave mirror. So what will happen? This concave mirror have center. This concave mirror have the midpoint. This is the midpoint, and this is considered as a pole, and this is denoted by what? Capital P. Okay. Then next we have center of curvature. Okay. If you imagine the mirror like that as a whole sphere or whole circle, then this circle will have a center like there, and this center is considered as a center of curvature of this mirror. Okay, this denoted by C. This is considered as a center of curvature of the mirror. Now we have next principal axis. The principal axis is what? Principal axis. Next time we have principal axis. The imaginary line. The imaginary line which passes through the center of curvature, whether it is concave, and it is convex. This P, this C. So the imaginary line passes through the center of curvature and the pole. This is called what? The imaginary line passes through the center and the center pole of the mirror. This is called as a concave mirror, and the imaginary line passes through the for the both concave and convex mirror, the definition is same. The imaginary line passes through a pole and the center of curvature is called convex mirror. This is called principal axis. Next we have radius of curvature. See the distance between the center of curvature and the pole, and here same the distance between the center of curvature and pole is called radius of curvature. This will be called radius of curvature. This is called radius of curvature. Okay. So next we have principal focus. See, here you will get two conditions. Suppose lights are coming here, and after reflection it will passes through a point which is lie on the principal axis, and this is called principal focus of concave mirror. And here if the light is coming from there, so light will reflect like that. Okay, but it seems that this ray is emerged from a point which is lie on the principal axis, and this is called principal focus of convex mirror. Okay, so next we have focal length, the distance between pole and focus for the both mirror. The distance between pole and focus is called focal length, which is denoted by small f. Which is denoted by what? Small f. Okay, so uses of spherical mirrors we have given, and also uses of classifying as a concave and convex mirror. Okay, so next we have lens. See, lens is what? We have to see what is lens first. Next topic we have lens. What is given? Lens is a piece of glass or transparent material with curved surface. It is a piece of glass or a transparent material with a curved surface. That is, the lens surface will be like that. It is a curved surface. Same way, it is a curved surface, and this should be transparent. That means the ray of light can be passes through this. Okay, this is called lens. And this type of lens is called convex lens. This type of lens is called convex lens, and this type of lens is called concave lens. Okay. So next one more thing is there. If the ray of light is coming, suppose ray of light is coming, then this type of lens will bring all the ray of light to a fixed point. Okay, and this is called, as it is converts all the ray of light to a fixed point. The arrow mark indicates the direction of ray of light to a fixed point, as it is bring all the ray of light. So this lens is also called converging lens. Also, next one, for the concave lens, if the ray of light coming like that, it is diverged. It always diverges. Can you see that it is always diverging? So this type of lens is called. This type of lens is also called diverging lens. This is called converging lens, and this is called diverging lens. Okay, so like this way, lens also have radius of curvature, center of curvature, and focal length, and principal focus, and all the things whatever we have in this one we have on the mirror. Just there is one different thing is there, which is called optical center. Okay, but the centers of lens is called the optical center. In the mirror, the centers of mirror is called pole, but here in case of lens, this center, this is the center is there, so this center is called optical center. In the case of mirror, it is called pole, and in the case of lens, it is called optical center. Okay. So next one we have another phenomena. This phenomena is what? The spectrum, the splitting of white light into spectrum colors, separated colors after passing through a prism is called dispersion. If you take your plastic scale and if you throw the layer of the downward layer, then you can see that the colors are separated into the just like rainbow, and this is called spectrum of light. Okay, so this much is needed only for our class 7 standard light chapter. Okay, so I have explained everything here in my video. So if you have any doubt, then you can personally ask me and I am going to explain it. Okay, thank you.